Here we are in Ableton Live running Operator. Operator is Ableton's FM synth. It's built similarly to what we expect from the DX7 or others like that, and in fact has a lot of similarities because of the way that it has the same type of algorithms and so forth. So we're going to look at some of that right now, but we have these 4 operators. That's what they're called. And with these operators, we can come through and choose the configuration they're in. So instead of having as many as we have on the DX7, we just have these 4, and they're in these different configurations here. So side by side, we have 2 independent and 1 that's being fed back, 1 modulating. These ones are all modulating that, and so forth. So once we get past there, each of these operators has this envelope and a bunch of settings down here in terms of attack, decay, release. And you can change the actual waveform it is. These are all sine wave right now. But let's look at how this sounds when we start changing some of the levels. So perhaps let's take this down a couple octaves. Just what I would expect from a FM type situation here. But let's just load up a few of these other presets that we have. So check out some of the creativity we've got. So we're using the initial algorithm, variety of levels here. Pitch, you can see no fine-tuned differences. We have a chorus of 4 and 7, which are kind of making up the sustain part, because this one goes up and comes back down. We do have a filter on here, which, by the way, a DX7, the original, does not even have a filter. So this is already more advanced in that area. But pretty simple design otherwise. Let's go back down or up here. Operator, ambient evolving. And this showcases actually one of the great things about this. So we looked originally at the sine wave one, which is, again, much more traditional example. We can actually do user, where we draw our own waveform. Oh, such a cool sound. And of course, this one has additional elements here. So it's not just operator anymore. Delete this. Some really cool sounds. So this is just what you would expect, with way more controls than most, even though we're just dealing with the 4 operator algorithm set. Having 6 or more would be actually really cool. But you're hearing from these sounds, it's not really necessary. I think they were actually in some ways kind of smart to do that, to make it a little bit more constrained, but right at the point where we have all of the palette of colors that we would ever need from this. And so I think that's what they've achieved with this. So a great tool in Ableton. If you're using Ableton, check this out for all of your FM needs.